The Canon Vixia HF R700 came out in 2016. Is it still a great buy in 2025? I bought two. Let's find out.
Hey, living like we on a roller coaster. Wait.
How's day, everybody? Rich Ogo here. You're watching the Richard Ogo YouTube channel. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at and reviewing the Canon HFR Vixia, well, the Canon Vixia HF R700. Picked this up about a month ago over on Amazon for about $150. Picked up another one yesterday for about $90, and that one came with other items. And but today we want to review. I want to show you the camera that I've got. I want to go ahead and go look at the. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look through the camera, all the functions in the camera. I'm gonna show you some B-roll, and I'm gonna show you the vlogging test. You know, outside, inside, low light, and then regular lighting. So let's get into it. So what's up, everybody? We're talking about the Canon Vixia HF R700 that I picked up here on Amazon. It shoots in HD and SD. Just a little bit about this camera. You open it up, it automatically turns on. It has a window here, a latch that you can open and close. That protects the lens, of course, from dust and all that good stuff. Located right under the lens, we got two microphones actually for left and right, and I thought that was pretty neat. But we got a 3-inch touchscreen LCD screen here, so that you can view you know, at any corner. So if you're kind of like you know, viewing in different angles here, you can actually go ahead and move that screen. So let's say if you're vlogging, you can go ahead and face it that way. That's me right there. But you know, you've got different formats here. Like right now, I've got it shooting in vivid, so I would press OK there. But you know, go over to the settings here. You can check in these different settings here. Your main function. Let's see, shooting mode, recording setup, and then you know, other settings, and we can go through that in a different video. But just the primary functions here. This is the speaker, obviously. So if you want to play back items here on the or what you just your footage, you can go ahead and play it, and this is where you would listen now for to that footage. It also comes with a headphone jack though. So you know, if you want to output your let's say you can't play it out, right, and you're still in an area where it needs to be a little bit quiet, you can or a little quiet, you want to put your 3.5mm headphone jack into this port right here, and then you'll be able to listen to your playback or your footage. Here is an actual microphone jack, which is pretty cool. You know, I would say it is cool, but you know, here's the thing though. There's a catch to it. It's a powered microphone jack, so it's 3.5mm powered lavalier and or shotgun mic. So that's kind of the catch with that. Otherwise, it isn't going to work. So we have the mini HDMI right here. That's the mini HDMI port. If you wanted to go ahead and plug that in and wanted to view it on a wider screen, other than the 3-inch LCD screen, which, you know, understandably, you plug that the other end, which is your standard HDMI plug, and put that into a monitor, be able to watch it just fine. Use this to control the playout. It does have playout, and if I were to press play, it's going to bring up all the different things that I've got on here, and I'll be able to go through and touch the screen and press stop, press it again. It's really cool. You know, it's very responsive, so you know, I have no troubles with that. Press on it and it'll kind of display. You can fast forward, skip to the next one, skip to the next one, you know, the next file right there, and then stop it, and then that's how you play it back. Of course, you could skip into different chapters or different recordings just by sliding left or right, and it's pretty responsive. for what it is. It's a camcorder. And we have a data port right here. So this is a data transfer port. So if you didn't want to, use the SD card, or take the SD card out rather, you can use that. I believe you can use that also for direct streaming. I could be wrong. It could be this port right here. But I'll show you that on a later date then. Because I just got this and it's under a month old, so I haven't actually explored everything just yet. But here's a cool thing that I wanted to point out here. Here is the SD card, the SD card slot right here. And right now I've got a 32 gig SD card in there. And it's pretty cool because you can take it out and while you're if you're on break or what have you. We also have an auto or power off. So let's just say, speaking of which, so if you're shooting something and it's time to take a break, you can just power it off right there and it'll turn off just like it's doing now. So that's a cool feature. Another cool feature is the immediate access that you have to the battery. So I thought that was pretty neat. You could put it off, take it off and on, slide it back on, no problems. Here's the advantage with that, is that we have full threads for a tripod that we could put right here in these, in the thread right here in the tripod threads. And where is it? Yeah, okay, so it's right here. And while it's on the tripod, it's pretty neat. You can take the battery off, and you can take the card out, which is it's pretty cool. You don't have to, if you're running it low on power, let's just say, you can go ahead and take that and take these off without having to take it off of the actual tripod, losing your camera position and mic and all that good stuff. This is an actual, to me, one of the things that I like the most about this camera. There's a lot to like about this camera, but not having to remove all of this, all of this stuff here, right? Because you need the mount, and then you mount it onto the tripod. Most other cameras, you have to take it completely off the tripod and then remove the battery in the card. Here we just have the battery. It's easy accessible. Pop it right back on in a second. Close that down and you're done. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's got a super fantastic zoom. But I'll show that in some B-roll. But it is great. I'll do some tests inside and out so that you get a better, feel about, what it looks like, just with the using the video in a vlogging situation and using the onboard mics. I'm not going to get a powered mic yet. I usually use an external mic, so I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, it's something that can be a con, but most cameras in this price range here, and like I said, I got this for about $150. They usually don't have like a mic, but remember so this was made back in 2016 or 17. So thank you. Thank you for thinking ahead, right? Because I'm buying it today and it does have one. And that's all important, at least in the area of YouTube and or folks who create content. We want to have an external mic, headphone jack, someplace to stream, someplace to transfer data, be able to play back power, an SD card. I've got a 256 in my other camera. And then the battery, being able to interchange that out, put it on a tripod without having to take it off. So that's all the inner workings, I guess, and all these main features that I find important with it. Oh, this is the actual record button. One other thing I didn't mention though, this is your actual power cord. So if you wanted to charge up your battery, you could plug that in and charge it up. Here's another thing. This also serves as your continuous power. So if you want to do, let's say, if you didn't have the battery anymore, you could actually plug that in and flip it on and it'll just go forever. So or until your SD card runs out. That's pretty cool. I can't do that with my iPhone. and expect it to stay on for as long as I have space. You know, it will stop, you know, and I've got 64, but imagine, you know, they make cards up to, you know, they make cards. Well, like I said, I've got a 256 in my other camera, so you know, that's a lot of video. So 256 gig SD card will last you for many hours. Just imagine this 32 gig at its highest output would last roughly, golly, I think it'll last roughly around 2 hours with this little battery, right? And it could be the bigger battery, actually. I want to say, but this is the smaller version of the battery. So, you know, with the bigger battery, it probably lasts a little bit longer than that. And at its lowest resolution, it'll last around 17 hours. Now that's amazing. 17 hours? You know, your iPhone can't last 17 hours. I already know that. But let's go and that's it for this. I guess we're gonna go and show you some B-roll, get into some audio tests and video tests. All right, everybody. Now this is with my key light, and I don't have the overhead on, but this is just like my normal everyday working light. Audio and video, again, audio video test, Canon Vixia HF R700. So this is a test of the Canon Vixia HF R700, and the sun is directly behind me, and this is a video and audio test. And this is with the sun directly in front of me, the Canon Vixia HF R700. It's at just arm lengths away. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? This is a zoom test. All right, that was the Canon Vixia HF R700. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. I really love the camera. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to continue to use it on my channel as I discover and explore all the things that the Canon Vixia HF R700 has to offer. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Richard Ogo. Bye for now.
Hey, living like we on a roller coaster. Wait, hit the throttle, then you turn it over.